So this is one of my favorite basic bean recipes. It's fantastic as a side dish or just a snack to keep in your fridge. And if you're hungry and you want some protein and some fiber, you just have a few bites. I actually saw it initially at a deli and I wanted to know what it was. So I sat there and I analyzed it and I broke it down and tried to figure out how did they make this. And this is what I came up with. So basically it is butter beans, that which are big beans, and I just washed and drained them. So this is what they look like. Big, yummy beans. Yum. Okay. So butter beans, and then roasted red peppers, some jalapeno peppers, and balsamic vinegar and olive oil. So I'm going to take some of the red peppers first and just take, let's see, I'll do 2 red peppers, and I'm going to cut them into pretty small pieces. So don't dice them so that they're teeny, teeny, tiny. And make sure you also check to see what the peppers are soaking in. So is it oil, is it vinegar, is it water? Just take that into consideration. And this one is soaking in water and, let's see, water and sea salt. So because of that, I'm not going to need to add salt. But if it wasn't soaking in sea salt, you'd want to add a little bit of sea salt too. Okay, so I cut that, and a little bit of the liquids too. Okay, now some of the jalapeno peppers. And I like spicy. Let me get a spoon. If you don't, then use less or none at all. You can also use some green onions, which is very good too. So I'm going to do a spoon of these. So about a tablespoon of jalapenos, thin sliced. And this is from Mrs Renfro's. They have fantastic, just canned and beautiful things. So, okay. Now I'm going to also cut these so that it's smaller and more bite-sized. So that the idea is that every bite of bean you have some pepper and some jalapenos and some red peppers. Oh, and parsley. I forgot to mention the parsley. Okay. So about a tablespoon of that. Then I like to grow flat leaf parsley in my windowsill just because I love it. I like to put it in everything. It's refreshing. It's great for your breath. But it also is fantastic to help detox the system, and it's naturally antibacterial. So it's great to always have. So I'm just going to take a couple of leaves. That much. Okay? So then again, I'm going to chop that really small. So dice this up. Okay. Then taking the soaked, the cleaned and rinsed and now drained butter beans. Just dump those in. Then add a little bit of olive oil. And yes, olive oil has fat, but it's the good fat, and it also adds a lot of fantastic flavor. So about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then some white vinegar. So I would not do a traditional balsamic vinegar because it's really, really potent. So I would either do a like a rice vinegar, or this is a white balsamic. It's actually pear-infused vinegar, which isn't necessary. It's just what I have. But, you know, this adds a really nice little subtle pear sweetness to it. But whatever you happen to have is great. So this, about 2 tablespoons also. And then I'm going to combine the flavors. And it's not, although it will be very tasty right now, this is one of those dishes that the flavors need to marry. All the flavors need to soak together and mix together, and It's best if you wait a couple of hours. It's like how soups taste better the next day. It's because you gave the soup a chance to have all of the flavors mixed together, so it doesn't feel like this divorced flavor of, you know, of each individual component. When they're all mixed together, it's better. It just is. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. And let me just see how it tastes, see if I need to add a little bit of something. I mean, everything, cooking in general is to taste, you know. My taste might be a little different from your taste, so if you think something needs a little extra salt or a little extra spice or a hot sauce or olive oil, whatever it is, then that's what you think, and that's what you should do. Baking is different, which is why I'm not a baker. It's an exact science. That's good. It's really good. It's like perfect, actually. Yum. I'm not going to do anything to this one. I usually have to add a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's perfect. Okay. So, that is your Quickie in the kitchen for beans.